When we ended our last video, we had brought our fifth wheel home, but we were still working out the details on the loan or the floor plan. The company issuing the credit agreed that they would cover this RV just once because of the miscommunication, but they said they would not do it anymore in the future. We'll sort that all out later, but for now, all is well with the world, so we decided to take our RV out on its first trip. We stayed at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort for a week.
What'd you do?
Pretty rookie mistake. You don't have enough cable to go hook up the electric.
Oh, Michael.
Gotta undo everything, reattach, pull forward about 5 feet. Like we thought, this RV was basically brand new. Everything I inspected showed absolutely zero signs of use. This was actually a bit of a problem. We found it a little difficult to enjoy the rig because we knew that with 2 kids, we were only going to make this RV a little bit worse. Our intention when we set up this business was to buy RVs that we could make a little bit better. So when we got back home, I listed it for sale, and about 2 weeks later, we got a call. 2 gentlemen came by and took a look, and they seemed very interested as long as their wives approved. Naturally, the discussion turned to price, and I decided to experiment a little bit with brutal honesty. I told them about the YouTube videos, I told them exactly how much we paid for it, and I told them how much profit I wanted to make on it. They went home, watched the YouTube videos, and then returned with their wives a few days later to make a deal. In the spirit of honesty, I told them my walkaway price was $19,000, but I asked if they were willing to pay KBB low retail of $19,300 because it would wrap up this YouTube video in a nice little bow. If we could sell the RV for $19,300, we would make exactly enough profit to cover our first year's startup costs. The self-imposed pressure of making this business work would be lifted, and I could go about making future purchases a lot more casually. They had no obligation to agree, of course, and we were only talking about a few $100s, but they did. As a thank you, I offered to deliver the RV to their house and help them set it up. And they even agreed to be briefly on camera.
Happy with it?
Yeah.
Main thing is they're happy with it.
Yeah, exactly.
The guys don't matter, it's the girls.
Exactly. So we'll go do a whole breakdown and show you how it all went down. But thank you guys very much, and we'll hope you enjoy it.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, bye.
You did a great job.
So let's take a look at the actual numbers and see how things ended up after all the dust settled. We paid $16,000 for the RV at auction. There was a $465 auction fee to complete the sale. During the 27 days that we owned the RV, we paid $137.49 in interest. The only money in repairs we paid for this RV was the $45 to have the keys made. And part of the deal with the new owners was that I would throw in the Anderson hitch, which I paid $600 for. That brings the grand total invested in this RV at $17,325.49. With a purchase price of $19,300, we profited almost exactly $2,000. I couldn't be happier with the results. We made a fair profit and got to use the RV on our Disney trip, and the buyer got a like-new fifth wheel for well below what it was listed for at other dealers around the country. There was no funny business, no scams, no games, no power trips, just a clean deal all around. Once their check cleared the next day, with one click of a button, the RV was paid off. The floor plan company overnighted all the paperwork, and the new owners will get their title in the mail. So what did we learn from this first sale? Well, first, we're probably going to stick to things that are just a little older and cheaper in the future. Or maybe not, but that's just my feeling right now. This RV was just too nice for us. Second, I don't know if we're going to keep flooring RVs, even though it's better business practice to build that line of credit. The interest we paid on this deal was negligible in the grand scheme of things, but it still had me slightly stressed in the back of my mind. We couldn't really enjoy this trailer because I knew every day we were racking up more interest. We don't need the money from this business, so if it's causing even a tiny amount of stress in our life, then it doesn't align with our financial independence. I don't think you're a hypocrite if you call yourself retired and still earn money from your hobbies. But if it's something you don't really want to do, or if it's causing you stress, then you've basically just got a job with a safety net. So that's it. I'm going to sit out this month's auction so I can focus on launching the used car buying guide. Then we'll buy another rig in January and go on a much longer trip this time. Until then, thanks for watching.